He has no answer. There's no answer. There's just a cucked response. They're just mad that like their Big Daddy Trump lost.
Are you calling me a cuck?
Yes, you are a cuck for Trump. Yes, you like to sit in the corner.
You let men fuck you in the ass, and you're not even gay.
First of all, even if I did let men fuck me in the ass, that's not cuckoldry. You know what cuckoldry is?
I predicted your divorce to the minute, and you're calling me a cuck?
Yeah,
you're in the dictionary.
A cuck and a rapist. Yeah.
Wait, so let's go back to Trump. So you're saying that. So let's talk about. So he was in court. They did find him guilty. Are you saying that's not, Gavin? Are you saying that's not actually counted to what happens in court?
What's up, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. I'm extremely sick, but I did want to cover this clip because when I watched it, I was laughing my butt off. This is a clip that was just before the election where Destiny and Gavin McInnes have a insanely heated debate. This is probably some of the most unhinged back and forth you guys will ever see. And Gavin, who's notoriously known for not holding back, certainly did not hold back in this one. And as you already saw with that short clip we started off with, it's going to be exciting. So let's get into this clip, check out this debate, and give you guys our opinion as we go through it. As always, let's get into it.
Okay, this is how retarded both of you are, by the way. You're both on the left, I can tell, because you said rape. E. Jean Carroll says that Trump jumped her bones in a changing room. E. Jean Carroll's dog is named Penis. Her cat is named Vagina. She painted all the trees in her yard blue. She is a crazy old cat lady. The dress that she says he ejaculated on wasn't made by DKNY during that time. She refuses to have it DNA tested. That is the level of lunatic that is allowed to go to court and win an $85 million settlement against Trump. That's where our justice system is at when they've decided there's a bad guy.
Gavin makes an extremely valid point here and sums up everything wrong with modern courts. This day and age, it's not about evidence, it's about villains and heroes. They pick their bad guy, Trump in this case, and then bend reality to fit the narrative. Facts? Who needs them? Evidence? Overrated. It's like they're writing the next Netflix drama instead of running a court case. And the scary part, this happens all the time now. If the media says you're the bad guy, it's game over. And it doesn't matter if the accusations make sense or if the evidence is thinner than the AOC's understanding of economics. It's guilty until proven innocent, and honestly, who's surprised anymore?
And all of those other charges, he overvalued his real estate, but everyone does that, and the bank does their due diligence. These two, as the Supreme Court called them, sophisticated parties, were well aware of what was going on. They got paid back, but they go to prison. Just like in Britain, where fucking Tommy Robinson goes to jail because his brother-in-law wasn't totally honest about his mortgage loan that he paid back. So both two-tier Kier over in your shithole island and our destroyed country have the same garbage law, the same garbage court system. It's a disgrace.
Okay, so first of all, how does her dog's name got to do with the court case?
What?
You've mentioned what her dog's and cat's name was.
Well, I'm describing the level of lunatic who we take seriously in American courts. She is she said women enjoy rape, by the way. I could talk about E. Jean Carroll for days, but I hope those small examples illustrate how fucking insane she is. She's a lunatic, and she won. And that's how you see Trump as a rapist. Stormy Daniels, he never even fucked Stormy Daniels. He paid her a nuisance fee to get her out of his hair, like all famous people do. In Hollywood, you allot a certain amount of money for the crazy bitches that say you molested them.
No, you don't. No, you don't do that.
Yeah, you do.
No,
See your problem. You know what your problem is, Steve?
No, you don't.
You don't exist.
You don't do.
You're Chat GPT.
You don't
know people.
You don't I do know people, bro. What are you talking about?
You've never been in a fight.
Gavin, you're a broke fucking loser nobody who is fucking. I don't even know where the fuck you live right now. Like,
you don't know people. You don't know the world. So everything you get is from online.
I know plenty of people.
AI.
I know plenty of people that know you too, Gavin.
Valley.
I know so much about you from people that I know behind the scenes, Gavin. You're a piece of shit. You're a scumbag. Not the life that you have, apparently. I mean, I'm happy to say that.
Yeah, I'm happily married with 3 kids in New York City. No one fucks me in the ass. And you can't predict my divorce like I predicted your divorce.
Yeah. How much does your wife keep up with your personal life, Gavin?
So what?
How much does your wife keep up with your personal life, Gavin?
My wife is intimately involved in my personal life.
Okay.
No black men fuck my wife.
So talking about Trump,
are we able to did I not predict your divorce?
Gavin, Stephen, let's get back to Trump. So let's move on from his court case and talk about this now. Right now, 2024, it's a tiebreaker. Anyone could win. Gavin, why are you supporting Trump?
I mean, look at him. Why wouldn't he? Look at this dude.
Pardon me?
I said, look at this dude. Why wouldn't he? You're fucking insane. You're two peas in a pod.
Okay. Great argument. I'm supporting Trump because politics is downstream from culture. And there's a great book by Selena Zito called The Great Revolt. And what she discovered when she was so confused by everyone being against Obama, she assumed it was racism. And she discovered that the problem with Obama was this culture of shame and self-hatred, ethnomasochism, and disgust that the elites have for the average American. And that's what pissed them off about Obama. You know, he had the head of NASA going on tour talking about what Muslims did for mathematics instead of trying to get anything into space. Americans want to be proud again because they should be. And Trump's culture is no more shame, meritocracy, we're the greatest country in the world. He basically wants to make America 1985 again with jet skis and wet t-shirt contests and wraparound sunglasses. Back when we had a sense of humor and we were fun before political correctness ruined our culture.
Let's take a moment to appreciate this vision. America 1985. Jet skis, mullets, neon sunglasses, and a whole lot less whining. Back then, people had fun. Political correctness wasn't a thing, and everyone wasn't constantly offended with the most minor of things. And you could actually laugh at a joke without needing a trigger warning. But of course, the left hates this idea because God forbid people are happy and proud of their country. Instead, they want guilt, shame, and endless lectures about how awful America is. I think there's a lot of people who honestly want to just be able to hit the rewind button and bring back those wet t-shirt contests. And it's not necessarily about the shirts, people, it's about the vibes and the ability just to simply enjoy life. Let me know if you guys agree with this vision or idea down in the comments.
So I'm for Trump because he's pro-American culture, and that is not Kamala. She is about shame.
Stephen, I'll ask you just to respond to Gavin, and I just want to point out one point that Gavin said. Gavin talked about political correctness. A lot of people on the right and a lot of people around America look at what's happening and they see the Democrat Party, as a party of political correctness that does take away a bit from that's what they do talk about. They see, a lot of people do see the Democrat Party as the party of political correctness. What's your thoughts on that?
These are like unserious issues for unserious people. I like if you spend all day on Twitter and you're obsessing over trans people, being in sports or whatever woke mind virus, whatever bullshit. I don't care about that. I care about the structure of a government. I care about the powers of the president. I care about like our foreign policy. I care about our domestic issues. Like these are the things that matter. And on every single level, Trump has failed in all of these things. So why would I? So I don't know. I'm not going to vote for some guy because he's less woke than the other person. Also, hold on. I got a package. I'm getting 1 second, okay? You can talk, Gavin, though, because nothing you say is valuable anyway.
Being less woke links down to immigration. It links down to inflation. It is linked to foreign policy, all of that stuff. It's all the same.
Okay, sorry. Gavin's mom needed me for a second.
See, another reason that you don't exist in real life is the way you talk. If we were in person, you would be choked out right now.
If we were in person, you'd probably be drunk off your ass and get arrested and thrown in the fucking tank, okay?
I would be arrested for assaulting you.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
That's why you talk the way you talk, because you live online.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
People say that, and then I see them in real life, and they're just these demure little submissive boys. So I don't know. Maybe. Listen, if you see me, you beat the shit out of me, okay? Knock yourself out.
You let men fuck you in the ass. You define submissive.
Do you think about that a lot, Gavin?
No, but you call me a cuck and say I'm submissive? It's insane.
What, you seem obsessed with talking about other men in their sex lives.
You brought it up. You called me a cuck, moron.
You started talking about my shit before. You literally started the conversation off calling me a cuck.
Yeah. You define culturally the fall of man. And the way you talk to me is proof of that.
Okay.
Anyway, you want to talk about immigration?
Sure.
We need to close the borders. Every country is concerned about immigration. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country. If you don't have an electoral process, you don't have a country. And we're doing real bad on both.
This is the simplest truth ever, yet somehow it's controversial more than ever now. Imagine leaving your front door wide open and then being shocked when random people start raiding your fridge and sleeping on your couch. That's what open border feels like. Every country has borders. This isn't some groundbreaking idea. But if you bring this up, the left suddenly acts like you're the reincarnation of Mussolini. Newsflash, wanting to protect your home doesn't make you a villain. It makes you a rational adult. But I guess rationality is in short supply these days, isn't it?
Why is it okay that Trump shut down the border bill that was in Congress?
Do you honestly support that border bill, or are you just kidding?
The Republicans supported it until Trump told them not to.
No, Trump told them not to. That doesn't mean they supported it.
They did.
That border bill wanted to process more illegals. I don't want that. You know how many people want to fuck Eva Mendes? Millions. I don't want to facilitate that. Only one guy gets to fuck her, Ryan Gosling. 3/4 of the world wants to come to America. The answer is no. I don't want to process them more. I also don't like that bill because it's got a bunch of fucking bullshit earmarked for Ukraine and all kinds of other bullshit. It's just like their Inflation Reduction Act. It does the opposite of what it says it's going to do. That bill wasn't about closing the borders. It was about facilitating more illegals.
Stephen, why didn't they just do one single bill about immigration?
They did. They tried it. He's just lying. The Republicans just lie like they breathe. They did try to do one single bill. The Republicans still rejected it.
That's actually ironically a lie.
Okay.
So you're talking about lying as you lie. They have never proposed anything rational about immigration. It's a very simple concept. It's called closing the borders. You want to get rid of who's here? It's called attrition. You fine employers for hiring illegals, and they all go back with their tails between their legs, like they regularly do when the economy is bad. So the solution to America's plight is largely closed borders. And that, by the way, goes back to what I was saying about cultural. If you're culturally against illegal immigration, that's the first step to having strong borders.
Cool. The U.S. Senate failed Thursday to advance a border security bill as both parties seek to hone their message on immigration policy in the run-up into November's elections. The Senate bill failed to advance on a 43-50 procedural vote. The chamber already rejected the measure as part of a broader foreign aid package earlier this year. When they tried it initially as part of a broader package, it failed. When they tried it on its own, it failed. So you fucking lied, okay?
No, tried it on its own is not on its own. That is a lie. It was not a cohesive, structured bill that was going to
That's great.
stop
Now you're
immigration.
now you're changing the argument. The reality is, if
No,
they didn't like it, they could have debated.
You said they tried it with just immigration and it didn't go through.
They tried it with just the border bill. Yes.
No, it wasn't
not
just
part of
the border bill.
not part of Ukraine aid or anything.
More border crossings when the guys in charge weren't even judges. They were just random fucking customs officials who were going to stamp your passport and say you're in.
That's not how any of that works. That's literally not how any of that works. None of that works. Nothing you're saying is true. Literally nothing. Nothing you're saying is true.
They're not judges.
So at the end of the day, why did Trump have much less border encounters than Biden?
Yeah, I wonder.
Gee, I mean, could it be because Trump actually enforced immigration policies? I mean, the man literally built a wall, and whether you loved it or hated it, it sent a clear message, which is we take the border seriously. Meanwhile, Biden is basically handing out welcome mats, and of course, there are more border encounters under Biden. There's no deterrent anymore. If you advertise an open door policy, don't be surprised when the door gets trampled. I mean, this debate was absolutely insane, but what do you guys think? Is Gavin right about the culture wars, borders, and even the media's obsession with Trump, or is Destiny onto something with his deflections? Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Also, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.